Hello, everybody. I'm Rob Duke. Welcome to the new show, The Call to Adventure, where we're going to play Dungeons & Dragons. This is actually our first live stream D&D game. We will be running through the adventure in the Essentials Kit, which is a new product from Wizards of the Coast. You can actually pick it up at Target exclusively, I think, until September 3rd, and then it'll be everywhere else. So if you don't want spoilers, I don't want to shy you away from the stream, but if you're a new DM, this is a great adventure to start with, especially if you're just getting into the game. So I hope you guys enjoy it. This show, we're doing something. I'm actually running 3 of my good friends. One of them has played D&D once, stood in for a friend, and while their friend was letting them play their character, got their character killed. So we won't count that as a...
nearly died.
Okay.
They had to, take a moment.
Nearly died.
Down, not out.
But I will be running these guys through their first campaign, and each week we will have a guest from the D&D and Tabletop RPG communities. This week we have Doc Galactic from the RP Geeks on Twitch, and I'll let him we'll go around the table, and then he can plug all that good stuff. So I'm Rob Duke. Again, I'm the Geek Unleashed. I've been playing D&D 5th edition. Actually, that was my first edition, if you don't count Pathfinder, which I don't. Been playing it since it came out 5 years now, right? 5 years? And I absolutely love it. And we'll go to Stephanie. Tell us a little about yourself.
Hi.
And what you do, where to find you.
I am Stephanie Line. I am an artist and a writer for comic books, independent comic books, nothing super duper professional, but I consider it somewhat professional. And you can find me at Joop Joop Rocket or at joop.ca.
All right. AC.
Is AC Medina, and when I'm not discussing major world events with my dog, I'm usually writing or watching video games. A few of the people here for a long time, and I'm excited to be with them.
All right. And Nathan.
Okay, well, I'm Nathan. I am a recent university graduate in the fields of writing and drama, and played D&D once, where I did not kill someone else's character. They only fell unconscious. I also played a little bit of a Newton's Mastermind, I think, with AC and Rob at some one point, as well as
It was one game.
Files.
I was brand new.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm very new. I'm completely new to D&D. Really, my experience with tabletop is pretty minimal, but I'm looking forward to getting up to shenanigans.
All right. And finally, our esteemed guest this week.
I am Dr. Galactic. I am the DM and host over at the RP Geeks currently. You can find me on the socials at Dr. Galactic, and the show that I run at the moment at the RP Geeks, all one word. We've been playing D&D 5th edition now, the Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign for a few months as a prologue to an upcoming long-running campaign that we're going to be running. I've been DMing for a long time, playing D&D a lot longer, and I appreciate you guys letting me come and hang out with you guys and start your journey off. I'm super excited.
Well, thank you for joining us. All right. So now let's get to the adventure. All right. Excuse me while I turn some screens around here. Too many screens. All right, guys. So we're going to start. For new players, if you're familiar with the Baldur's Gate game, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is the same world. And just a real quick shout out, thank you, Netflix and Kill and Johnny Tanker for the follow.
Oh, I love it. Gruesome.
All right. So, this is the Sword Coast. We'll be going to Phandalin, a small town south of Neverwinter. And if you've ever played the starter set, this is the same town. All these follows. Thank you, Einhorn fan lovers, for the follow. I'm gonna get into the GM mode here in a second. All right, so let's just go.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. So we'll show you Phandalin, and then we'll get to it. Nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains is a mining town of Phandalin, which consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Sorry, I'm trying to reset that so everybody can see it. Phandalin's residents are quiet, hard-working folk who came from distant cities to eke out a life amid the harsh wilderness. These are farmers, stonecutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and children. The town has no walls and no garrison, but most of the adults keep weapons within easy reach in case the need of arms would arise. Visitors are always welcome here, particularly if they have coin to spend or news to share. The Stonehill Inn at the center of town offers modest lodging and meals. A couple of doors down from the inn, posted outside the townmaster's hall, is a job board for adventurers. And just to show you on the map, Stonehill Inn is right here, and townmaster's hall is right here. Inside the inn, get some ambiance here. The wooden door opens, and a dragonborn dragonborn walks in. The man behind the bar says, "Greeting, adventurer." AC, if you'll go ahead and describe yourself, please.
I am Buzak of the clan of Bufkush. I'm a tall dragonborn. I was once slender, but that was many ales ago, and many good nights. So it's clear around the belly area that my armor could, I should probably get some new ones soon, but I'm holding on to it. It was passed down to me. I'm quite comfortable in a bar, right? That's a happy place for me. So I'll particularly be jolly. I think despite appearances, I'm a jolly guy, and my belly for sure highlights it.
All right. The man behind the bar gestures you over. He's a male human, excuse me. Name's Toblin Stonehill. What can I do for you?
Well, Toblin, I've been wondering, is there anything in town, anything that sparked any interest? I'm looking for a little bit of excitement. The road was lonely, it was tiresome, the weather was terrible, and I'm looking for some little bit of relaxation. Can you get me that, Toblin?
I can probably do that for you. If you're tired, you can get a room. Bed for the night costs 5 silver pieces, and I can whip you up a meal for a silver.
You know what? Let's start with that meal, Toblin.
All right.
We'll see what we get there.
So he's finishing up polishing up a mug, sets it down. He's looking for excitement. There's a... I don't know what he is. In the corner, he came in about 10 minutes ago. He's back in the bar, hooded. And if Nathan, if you can describe your character, please.
Okay. Scrawler is a 5-foot-tall Kenku in a modest set of sort of brown, greyish robes. They may have been black at one point, but they've long since faded in colour. He has a sickle tied to his belt, but aside from that, he's rather unassuming. His head is obscured with a hood. You wouldn't really know he was there. He wasn't pointed out to you.
All right. Tobin's actually going back to the kitchen now.
What's he brought? What has Tobin?
Well, he's back there working on it.
Well, I'm gonna wander off. You know, I'm sure I'll take his time, and I like making new friends, scoping out the area. So I'll make my way over to Scrawler.
Okay.
I walk tall, proud, wobbly as usual, and so it's not quite subtle. I'm really like, it's like that sort of I'm coming to you walk.
Scrawler, a large green dragonborn, is walking your way.
I look up to glare at him, giving him a look that says, "This better be good, or you better walk away." But otherwise, saying absolutely nothing.
I'm just happy he doesn't want to kill me, so I go. I usually I find that being green skinned.
I take a moment to look him up and down, and then make a sort of low wind noise.
I feel you. I understand. Myself, it's kind of quiet, like, minimal bandit activity. Minimal. How about you? Anything different? Have you seen anything,
In a very sinister voice that seems to betray the sort of fairly unassuming look of Kenku, he responds, "There are many bandits on this road."
Well, where are they?
Then, in the voice of what would only be assumed to belong to an elderly old man, Kenku responds, "Well, if you look carefully, you can see."
Pretty clearly, pal. I thought, now there's achievements I need to accomplish. I'm just out here trying to look for some action. The fact that appetite on the road. Do you know what I mean?
Sort of cant my head slightly. You're not the brightest of the bunch, are you?
Biggest.
And at this point, Tobin brings over a bowl of stew and a plate with some bread on it. And he kind of looks at the Kenku oddly and then maybe slides the plate over because he doesn't know what Kenkus eat and walks away.
I lean on one elbow near whichever side of the table the Kenku's sitting on. I mean, I'm buddies with him. Lopping in soup. Looking at anything around the tavern. Of interest, I'm gonna
Oi, mate,
take the spoon.
can you give a guy some space?
second.
Hey, Mia. Let's do the first roll of the game. Make me a sleight of hand check. See there? Jupe. Oh, no. Well, you guys keep going until she comes back.
So when he said about moving, getting him some space, I instantly slide inside the booth, and just like a bull in a china shop everywhere I go.
Thank you, my child.
Right. So, like, Tobin does say, hey, if you're looking for adventure, there's a job board by the Townmaster's Hall. I ain't seen him in a few days, but I noticed the quests keep popping up there.
Say, I have my mouth, I'm spitting out food everywhere.
There we go.
Thank you, and I go, bored?
Scrawler raises his hand. Would this be a lucrative venture?
I just look at Tobin with him, like I'm instantly buddy with this scrawling guy.
Hey, Mia, let's do a roll.
Okay.
Roll sleight of hand for me, please.
Oh damn!
Whoa, that's a crit.
Wow. First roll of the campaign is a crit. That's got to be a good thing.
Right? Buzak, you're leaning over, but you feel a little lighter in the side all of a sudden.
I'm patting myself, but I sigh a familiar sigh, and I'm like, there it is. Turn around.
How would you react, Mia? Well, to keep things moving, you turn around. Oh, this year. How do you react if he turns around and sees you? You can describe your character, please.
Okay. Mia is a 5-foot-tall elf child with red hair and purple eyes. She is a wood elf. She wears beaten up, very well worn leather hide armor that looks like it's stitched together by small hands, and carries a backpack with her. She sees this huge dragonborn turn around to her, and she just keeps walking as though nothing's happened.
There's not many people here in the inn. Actually, just you three and Tobin.
I still keep walking. I don't care.
Scrawler watches her go and then kind of makes noises that sounds like coins hitting a table.
Nice.
There, that robbed me, and I'm pointing at it like it's like a little rat. I'm instantly toppling, chasing over it.
All right. I stop dead in my feet. I drop the stack of coins and I go, okay.
I crouch down, bending down is now still. I get back up. All of you are always orphans. No one liked you in the first place.
Hey!
Wow.
Wow. Scroller makes a noise that sounds like, the crackling of a fire.
I don't need parents. I don't need you. I don't need anybody.
My coins then.
Sorry, I missed that.
Coins then.
Coins?
Well,
Coins are useful. I gave them back. No problem. No big deal.
So of course I can. Scroller then decides to start by making the innkeeper. So there's a job master.
AC, you're freezing up a little bit. Try resetting your Discord.
Between technical issues, Scroller plays elevator music.
tell Blinn and ask more about this job book.
The town master comes, posts something, he'll pay up. I don't know what's out there currently. You have to go look. And don't mind that little one. She's always mischievous.
Still, I keep a look, keep my eye on both newcomers in the bar. Kind of looking a little disappointed that I didn't get to keep the purse.
I rub my belly in contemplation. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go check out this board. The scrawler. We'll split it 50-50. You keep whatever rewards, I get the glory.
Scroller gets out of his seat. It turns out he's the exact same height as the elf, so he's dwarfed compared to the dragon. And then responds, "I'll be right behind you."
I follow them anyway.
Point to the small child. I point to Mia.
Yeah.
And
What?
you get something to chase at while we do all the work. And you can keep any coins you find.
Uh-huh. Any coins? I'm in it for
Any
the
coins.
adventure. Let's see what's up. I've been stuck in this town for too long. I think it's time to move on.
So you guys go to the job board. All right.
Out we go.
All right, so you go out. There's a dirt road that goes. There's like a big town center. You come down south a couple blocks to where it was described, but you're not quite there yet. So you notice what looks like a little bunny rabbit, but there's something strange about it. It's got a horn, like a unicorn. It kind of looks up at you guys and then darts off the direction you're kind of going in. As you turn the corner, job board, you see the rabbit standing next to a figure in front of the job board. And Doc, if you will introduce your character, please.
So my character is barely 5 feet tall, if that. He is an old man with sunken eyes and overproportioned features like nose and ears, balding hair with blue tattoos, could be paint, that seems to be caked on. He has gnarled fingers and burrs on his knuckles. He's hunched over, wearing a dark cloak that is just absolutely filthy, and he is supporting himself on a walking stick spear with a shield strapped to his back. And he looks down and he goes, "Oh, there you are, Raisin. I was looking for you."
Scroller kind of bends down to look at the rabbit, and then in his best doing, Raisin! And reaches to pet it.
Careful, he bites.
Mia, you're behind them too. You follow them.
Yep. And I'm just seeing what's going on, seeing if it's worth my time.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to switch servers.
Oh, I don't know how to do it.
All right. So you guys are at the job board. Oh, sorry for the videos. Everybody, when he comes back, it'll resize.
Okay. Well, ain't that adorable? Raisin!
Too many screens.
So yeah, as Scrawler comes up and pets him and says that, he goes,
He's been my friend for quite some time now. What brings you out this way?
Squirrel just makes coin noises.
Bling bling.
So this old cantankerous guy would just kind of look at Scrawler and go, "Okay, yeah," and then just goes back to looking at the job board.
All right. So looking at the job board, you have 3 posts. I will bring up. So who's taking them off the board?
Squirrel was preoccupied with Raisin, so all of the others can look at the board.
I'm looking from where I'm standing, but I'm not moving to take anything off yet.
Okay.
I'm kind of waiting to see if the big guy does.
I think the big guy can always see the board better than we can. We're short.
I yanked all 3 off, and I'm like flipping through
Oh,
them
no.
like if they were cards.
Okay. So the first one reads, Dwarf prospectors found ancient dwarven ruins in the mountains southwest of here and have begun an archaeological dig for treasure and relics. They need to be warned that a white dragon has moved into the area. Take the warning to them, then return to Townmaster Harbin Wester to collect reward of 50 gold pieces. You flip through the next one.
Flip through the next one.
Right. A clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. The gnomes of Gnomengard are known for their magical inventions. They might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Townmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold pieces for it. And lastly, the third one, the local midwife and acolytes of Shantou, named Adabra Gwen, lives by herself in a stone windmill on the side of a hill a few miles south of Phandalin. With dragon sightings becoming common, it's not safe for her to be alone. Urge Adabra to return to Phandalin. Once she's safe, visit Townmaster Harbin Wester to claim reward of 25 gold pieces.
Okay.
And you said that Buzak grabbed all three of them off of the job board at the same time.
Yeah. I grabbed
So
all
I'd turn around and like be face to face with his belly and just kind of look up and go,
I was reading that.
What? I just like looked down at him, looming over my belly. What did you say?
I said I was reading that.
All right. Well,
Scroll pipes up. I was reading that.
I hand them one of them, and I'm like, I hand them the stack, and I go, if you ask me, I think the one with the dwarves, it's okay. But so I hand him over the stack.
Okay.
Well, I was just looking for some work, but if you don't mind me tagging along, we could probably do a little bit better.
I'm doubting him because he's a little bit of a frail old man. So I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, pal, but you know, if you're looking to call it quits here, I guess I'll lead you to your final destination. Because I'm assuming he has a death wish.
Scroll kind of looks over, uses his shoulders reading through the job lists, and responds, I think the one with the dwarves is okay.
DM, check your messages real fast.
Sure.
All right, so who's there? We're about to make a lot better. You've seen the options. If you haven't read them, you ask the fossil.
Well, wherever you want to go, I know the area, so it's all good.
So you want to do the dwarves? Is that the consensus?
I think so.
All right.
I think so. Let's go look for some relics.
and I'd look at the group and I'll go,
If it helps at all, I can speak a little Dwarvish.
That will help. To be honest, I kind of thought you were one for a split second.
That wasn't
I'm
me the
sorry.
first time.
I mean, no offense.
Oh, I take now. They're a great stout race.
I aim to protect the elderly alike with the rest of the living folk.
All right.
You're a bit of a goody two-shoes, aren't you, mate?
Only in the circuit.
I look down and I go,
Actually, I only wear sandals.
and I kind of like lift my cloak up and I've got old nasty sandals on with.
Nice.
I'm trying to make sure I look straightforward as the old man lifted up whatever was covering him. I wanted no sighting of it.
If this was an anime, Mia would have a huge sweat drop on the side of her head.
All right, so you guys are in Phandalin, and the dwarven excavation site is down here.
Sorry, where was it? Show me again.
It's down here on these hills,
Okay.
or this mountain, the Sword Mountains. And let me load that up for you guys. Okay. You guys eventually arrive. It's about 15 miles southwest of Phandalin. the eastern end of a canyon. The canyon's rocky walls rise to a height of 80 feet. At the end of the canyon, a 20-foot high wall of black stone has a broken gate carved into it, with one stone door hanging precariously by a hinge and the other one missing. Beyond this gate, in the shadow of a great mountain to the east, lies a ruined settlement. All is quiet. So what do you do?
Which one of you said you know the area?
Not it.
Not it.
That leaves you, child.
Yeah. All right, I'll check it out.
All right. Sorry, I got things on the screen. All right. As you walk through, it's a partially collapsed 10-foot high wall separates this courtyard that you're entering from the settlement to the west of it. 3 heaps of rubble are piled high in this area. Hewn from the canyon's back wall, a 30-foot high temple facade features steps rising to a stone platform. Cut into this facade is a 10-foot high open door flanked by crumbling, life-sized granite statues of cloaked dwarves. Evil grins can be seen on their weather-worn faces.
All right, I'm sneaking as best I can through rubble and bushes and whatever. And as I pass by areas that are safe, I reach up and I wave them in.
Okay.
And you said the statues have evil grins on their face?
Yes, that's correct.
I just look up and go,
Well, that's always a good sign.
Oh, let me turn that down. All right.
I'm gonna go over towards conveniently placed piles of rubble.
All
So I'm
right.
gonna walk over there.
Well, as you
Hobble.
are going through the rubble, you actually hear some dwarves speaking to one another. As you approach, you can tell that they're bantering like an old married couple.
All right, I'm trying to do like silent face motions. You guys see those? Like I'm not talking, but I'm asking you, looking around.
You can't make out what they're saying because it's in a different language for you, Buzak.
But the old man said he knows a little dwarvish.
Mhm.
the old man didn't tell you he has terrible hearing.
Oh.
Scrawler steps forward and starts to mimic everything they're saying in their language so that Eustace can translate.
Nice.
Yes.
Near trumpet.
Is it in a language that I understand?
Yeah, it's Dwarven.
Okay, I do speak that.
They are. It looks like they're taking a break. They're kind of eating rations, but they look kind of frazzled. They keep pointing to inside the temple. What they're saying is basically, we need help if we're going to finish clearing out this site. We got to hurry before this dragon comes back. If only we had some help. The other one's calling one a coward. And this is going back and forth.
It sounds like they were exploring inside, and they're tired, and they're hungry, and they're in need of some assistance.
Assistance, you say? Well,
Bling, 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 bling. Scroll kind of makes a gesture with his hand to suggest money.
Well, we can't have the child approach them. She'll frighten them. I will clearly intimidate them. And
That's the same thing.
so, old man,
Huh?
you're going to lead us in there. You're going to tell them we're friendly, and we'll see what these dwarvish men are about. You know, their statues, I won't lie to you, they frighten me. But I feel comfortable enough to admit that to you right now. So why don't you get over there? Chop, chop.
Okay.
Show them your sandals.
I'm right behind you.
Sorry, do you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm on my phone now. Do
Okay.
you see me?
No.
Okay.
So, I start hobbling over there, and I suppose I would greet them in Dwarvish, but way, way louder than I probably should in this kind of an area. I go,
Hello! We are here with He Says We Can Help You with Your Issue in There. Hello!
I take a look at Scrawler, and I'm like, is this intense loudness a part of their dialect?
First of
What do
all,
I look like? A scholar?
you startle the dwarves. One of them is very gruff, and he looks excessively cautious. He's like, "Good Lord, man! Shh, lower your voice," in Dwarven.
so I'll squat and I'll go,
We can help you.
He looks back at his partner. He comes up and he says, "Look, it's dangerous in there. I don't feel comfortable sending an old man and a kid looking over. It's dangerous. But go ahead.
I walk in right at the sound of dangerous, and I'm of course standing all proud, and I say, I understand. I know by appearances this is just a frail, soon-to-be dead old man and a child, but in reality, these are two strong, very capable individuals. They've helped us get here. All we're offering is assistance. You don't even have to pay us." I say that very speaking for the group,
All right.
I'm just watching like,
They look at one another, and then offer a greeting. The one that was,
He says hello.
they switched to common. The one that looks cautious, name's Norbus, and this is Daslin. They look give each other glances, like they're saying something between one another, and then they finally say, "Look, if you go in and help us, we can offer these." And he shows you two stones. They're kind of matching.
Are they any particular color, or they just look like rock?
They're smooth stone. They match each other, so they look like they're kind of paired, like they're a set.
I don't know, guys. He's offered us rocks. Sounds like a pretty good deal.
Is anyone trained?
Rocks.
Is anyone trained in Arcana?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an Arcana. No,
I take that back.
you changed it.
I did.
I'm definitely not having -1 in that, no.
That's fine.
So I'll say,
How about a trade. You said you were hungry, yes?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes.
So I go,
Okay, here, we'll do a trade. I don't do anything for free. Hang on. Come here, Raisin. Come here, buddy.
and I have Raisin hop over to me, and I cast Goodberry,
Mhm.
and I bend over, and Raisin just goes,
Oh, no.
and pops out a berry about yay big,
And I go, I call him Raisin because it's what he does.
and I give him the raisin, and I reach for the stone.
Okay. They take the berry and questionably look at it and sniff it.
It wouldn't smell bad.
Okay.
And I say,
they're confused by that.
Trust me, they're delicious. It'll fill you up all day. You'll feel better. Trust me.
About the stones, though, I appreciate the food, but if you clear out this area, these are sending stones.
Where do we send them?
Well, are you familiar with the spell sending?
Ah,
can I roll a check on that?
Sure.
I guess that would be Arcana.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just do Arcana.
Having trouble getting my character sheet open.
Sorry.
I can roll it on natural if you want, because the character sheet in Roll20 doesn't want to open for me.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, there we go. It opened.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, well.
yeah, I heard of it.
Well, one of you takes one stone, and another one takes another one, and you go in different directions. The range of, oh, and I lost it. Hold on. I guess it's any range. All right. You just send a message to one another.
so I'll hand one of them to Buzak, and the other one to is Mia or Scrawler closer to me.
Here is.
Yeah.
I'll just hand them both to Buzak, and I'll go,
I don't need them. I've got the ears of the rabbit.
So I start tossing them back and forth to myself, like in my hand, kind of like this. And I'm
Careful.
just examining them. Yes, yes. Don't worry about your precious stones. I take another good look at them, and just because they smelled the berry, I'm just gonna smell the rocks, you know.
Okay.
Chicken. Here. That's a scroll.
chicken.
Scroller kind of catches it and then sort of scowls at Buzak and then starts making noises that sound like a pencil on parchment. Scrawling noises. Who would have thought?
I'm just sort of sneakering in the corner at the chicken comment.
Yes, I understand. But the way I see it is we're going to go deep into those tunnels and most likely end up splitting in two. I am either going to take the old bag and you are going to take the small child. If and when this happens, I think it would be best to have these.
Oh boy, you guys are going to learn. Never split the party.
Hey, I said if and when. Yeah.
Right. Well, do you guys enter?
Now, before we do this, may I try one of those bags?
Oh, yeah. You got a little more in you, don't you, buddy? Come here. And I call Raisin over and I go, now, we can't do this all day. I mean, we do have our limits. But go ahead, buddy. And I pull out another little stink berry and hand it over to you.
I'm gonna just throw it in my mouth. I trust you.
I don't know why.
So, when you eat it, it tastes kind of like a prune, like an earthy prune, and you are immediately full. Your stomach is full. You feel satiated and nourished, and if you were hurt, you gain a hit point then.
Nice. Well, I'm just fat, so that'll make me happy now. The feeling of full is a familiar feeling. Now then, shall we?
Following you, big guy.
Following you, big guy.
All right, so I'm heading in there.
Yeah, I'm walking beside Ruzak.
All right, and out of character, just so you know, remember your movement speed is how far you can traverse. And each square you see the tile is 5 feet.
How dark is this place? Is it lit up?
Actually, are you stepping in first?
Yeah, I can go in. I
Okay.
can walk a little faster than everybody else, so I'll scout ahead.
To describe what you're seeing in the temple, the walls, it's smoothly hewn from solid rock. They're about 10-foot high ceilings. The doors you're passing through are made of carved stone with stone pins for hinges. There's a lot of dust and debris about. And there's actually, you don't see any torches or anything.
But I have the...
You have dark vision, yes.
Dark vision.
You can see up to 60 feet.
Okay.
Now, going in, is anyone... You all have torches, I believe.
Let's see.
If you're lighting a torch, I need to set that for you.
Yep, I got my torch.
Okay.
I also have a torch. Yay!
And how far does the torchlight go?
I believe it's 40 feet.
Okay.
Awesome, so I can see exactly where I'm going and then some.
I am going to just pull my shield off of my back and walk just right next to Buzak, or a little behind him.
Okay.
Let me
Stroller
continue.
walks alongside Eustace. He's keep the old man safe.
I sneak a little bit more ahead, but I'm sneaking just to look around
Okay.
corners.
You can
and
move your
see if there's-
tokens. You should be able to control them.
Hell
I do not have control of
Okay.
Eustace's token.
That's
I do
fine.
have control of Raisin.
I'll set it real quick.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, so we can move. I can move 35 feet.
And as you move through these two set of stone doors, you notice that there are spikes hammered into the floor to hold them open.
Okay. Oh, like right here, you mean?
No, going into the temple.
Okay.
Going to the
Over
east. No, you're going another direction.
Oh.
That's the settlement that you walk through.
Oh, okay. So we're all right.
Just straight to the right.
Oh, they're over here.
Okay.
Alright. So I can do 30. I'm gonna go here. Yeah.
I would say for the point of not being in combat, you guys can just move where you like to move.
Okay.
Right there, Mia,
Yep.
you see a partially collapsed room.
Hmm.
You just see a lot of rubble.
Okay. So I continue on and
Just stay moving forward.
You know what? I'm going to set some music for this.
Oh yeah, music.
Huh.
All right. So you guys are now in a temple, or into the temple itself. You see 4 stone pillars in the middle of the room. There's an altar near where Mia is.
Yeah, it's like right in front of me, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm gonna look at this altar. Is there anything on it? Anything in it?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Alright.
What is everyone else doing?
I'm just looking around the room.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I'm looking at
Just
the
looking.
pillars.
Are you looking for something or just looking at the stuff?
Just looking around.
Okay. Roll perception.
Okay.
All of us.
Yes.
Cool.
You said that is all of us rolling perception?
Yes.
I did an investigation roll too. That was not great.
Yeah, I saw it. Okay. Moving around, Mia, there's something off on that wall you're standing next to the south of you. It looks like there's an indentation in the wall, and it's just stone. But you notice something like tracks and rubble at your feet. Buzak, you don't see anything at the altar. However, the north pillar looks a little weird to you. Something's catching your eye.
I waved my torch right on it to get a clearer look at it.
You're also seeing, like does this look like solid stone? It looks like there's a compartment or something.
I'm gonna knock on it.
Okay.
Hello?
Who's there?
Not now, old man. I'm investigating.
I'm
You
just looking
knock.
at the wall.
Uh-huh.
I'm just
you-
taking a look at the. Go ahead.
You knock some of the rubble away, and you can see there's an indentation, like a square, and it seems kind of loose. But as this happens, let's see, do it right here. I gotta resize this guy. 1 second.
TPK. Nice.
Something drops from behind you, Buzak, and it's going to make an attack at you, and then we'll roll initiative.
Oh, so I'm gonna roll.
So let me bring up this guy. Oops. And you feel something. Okay, so what? 16. Does that hit your AC? Your armor class.
No.
Okay.
Mine's 18.
All right. You feel something kind of splat against the back of you, and as you turn, you see this gelatinous kind of goo, like an ooze. It's orange, and it doesn't. It just. You can see its pseudopod like coming back from its back into its arm, its body. And then everybody, if you'll please roll initiative.
As I turn around, I go, Delirium, how strong were those prunes? I'm going to do a quick initiative run for you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that music was awesome.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta turn it down now.
That second one was for Raisin.
Okay.
And I look down at him and I go, "What did you do, buddy?"
Alright, I'm gonna do the initiative order here.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Where's my initiative button, Duke?
It's right next to your
Next
armor
to-
class.
Right.
So we got.
Literally right under my nose.
Gonna write down your order here.
Love how my first critical roll is initiative. Great.
Alright.
Couldn't be an attack, could it?
And then. Ogre. Alright, so let's take a look at it. Your initiative for Mia is 17.
Uh-huh.
And then Eustace was 20. Then 15 for Raisin. Do you want to make it easier or just have him go on your initiative order?
Sure, yeah, if you're good
Okay,
with that.
that's fine. And then Scrawler's 23 and 14. Let me roll for it. It should just be Dex. Alright, so top of the round. Now this is where your movement will come into play. And you have to watch things like the pillars that go around. Top of the order is Scrawler.
Cool. First question, am I in range to attack?
Are you? Yeah, you can attack.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, on your turn, you have an action, you have a bonus action, and you have a movement. And then if
Okay.
something attacks you within before your next round, you can have a reaction if you have certain things.
Okay. In that case, Scroller draws his sickle
Okay.
for one, and then moves forward to strike the big jelly. And I guess I gotta roll with this. That was not a great roll.
Alright, so you roll 8 to hit. And that barely hits.
Well, hell yeah.
Alright, and your damage was 4 slashing. Oh, I love it. So, describe how that looks.
So, Scroller runs forward with his sickle and swings it at the jelly.
Okay. You strike it, and then all of a sudden it starts to move kind of oddly, and you see it tear apart, and then It goes into 2 pieces.
Scroller just kind of makes like a noise. You know how to do it?
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's everything.
Okay. Eustace.
I look down at Raisin and I go, "You are never getting fruit before bed ever again." And I pull out my my spear, and I am going to sidle up to Scrawler.
Okay.
And I'm just going to take a poke at it with my spear for now.
Okay. Up 16 hits and 6 damage. Okay. Are you doing anything for... I got it.
Okay. And I'm just going to say, "Get back, buddy!" And I'm just going to have Raisin hide behind a pillar.
Sure. All right. And next is Mia.
All right. Which of the party members is using a torch?
I think me and
Buzak.
Buzak.
All right. So I'm going to come up here behind Scrawler. I'm going to grab his torch out of his hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw the torch at the guy that's closest to me. I can't remember how to do the circle thing.
Just hold down left click.
So I'm going to attack that guy
Okay.
by throwing the torch at him.
All right. One moment, please. Unless anyone remembers fire damage off the top of their head.
It's 1d6 fire damage. It acts like a club with fire damage.
Okay.
So is that what I roll?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Roll 1d6?
Mm-hmm.
5.
Nice.
All right. And then that one kind of just melts away.
Oh. I look at Mia and I go, "That is disgusting." And that's saying a lot coming from me.
All right, Buzak.
I am going to charge at the one in the corner with my torch, waving it wildly.
Okay.
By the dear Lady of Joy! And I just wave it, you know, just wildly, like it could hit somebody. So.
Are you moving? Okay.
Truly, the
Put you.
strategy
You're actually probably right there.
of a
Over there.
genius.
Right here?
Yeah, in the square. Are you hitting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like waving it. Like,
Slashing at it?
what should I roll? Would that be kind of like, because I'm kind of using it like a mace, you know?
Then roll your
rolling?
mace stat then, because it's the same, I think.
Alright.
And then just do 1d6 for damage. We'll ignore that damage. You hit,
Okay.
but roll 1d6.
Oh, it looks like it was the same. It's a 1d6 plus a strength mod.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It's 9 then.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You hit it and it goes. Psss. It looks kind of bad now. But it is now its turn. Did not like that, and it's going to attempt to attack you. With its pseudopod. Does a 20 hit you?
Oh. Do I roll anything in like?
No. So a 20 does hit your AC. It's greater.
Okay.
You'll take 10 bludgeoning damage plus 3 acid damage.
Ouch.
You can do that in D&D Beyond, so they can see it on the.
I'm gonna put. What was the damage?
13 total.
As failure, success. What am I clicking here?
You have actually no. You have 10 hit points total. So what happens is you go down. You're unconscious. We'll just use. You'll learn these. We'll just do that. Okay. It is now Scroller's turn.
Okay, well, Scroller's learned his lesson, so while Buzak is down, he's gonna pick up Buzak's torch, and much like Buzak, take a swing at the ooze with the torch.
Okay.
So is that just 1d6?
Well, if you're swinging, it's a d20 plus your strength.
Okay.
Unless we want to treat it as a monk weapon. I don't think we can.
Alright, so
Nice.
Crit.
Oh, nice.
and strength is well
So roll
2 rather. Sorry.
2. That's okay. You crit. So roll 2d6 for damage. And it fizzles out and melts. And you guys are triumphant with an unconscious Dragonborn.
As soon as that happens, as soon as the thing fizzles out, I want to go over and administer aid
Okay.
to Buzak
All right.
and just staunch the flow of wounding or whatever's going on.
Okay. I would say you're able to stabilize him.
But is he's stable? But is he conscious or? You know what? I'm gonna stick up one of the berries in his mouth
Sure.
because I got 10 of them when Raisin did what he do.
Right.
So I'm gonna jam a stink berry into Buzak's mouth, and that should wake him.
Sure. So you're now awake, Buzak, with the 1 hit point. You know, if he wants to feed you more, he can give them to you. You take that.
I've been
status
poking
off.
him cool.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm kind of messed up now.
I'm like cupping his cheek, and I'm like, "We got a big guy."
I'm sure it's only uphill from here. Don't worry.
Scroller like looks over at Maya and kind of gives her a sort of talon thumbs up. Says, "Thanks for having my back."
Do on my sheet, dude.
What's that?
since he did all the like bringing them back up, is there anything I should do?
Yeah, on your D&D Beyond, you should be at 0 hit points, and then he get how many did you give him?
Well, if he wants more, I'm just gonna shove 7 berries into it. Well, he's like, "Hey guys, how you?" And I'm just gonna like cram the rest of these 7 stink berries into his mouth, and that should bring him up to 7 hit points.
Yeah, so you just mark 7 and then heal, and that'll put you at 7 hit points. And to add a character, you give you the explanation of the death saves. If that combat kept going and we got back to your turn, you would roll a death save, which is just a straight d20. And if you roll a 10 or above, you succeed. If you roll less than that, you fail.
Oh.
You get 3 failures, and your character is permadeath.
Hey, so I would say, not like, man, so you have to be really bad to die instantaneously. Or, like, awesome.
Now, if you take damage equal to your max hit points, like it doubles it, you're dead. All right, so yeah, but if that ever happens, we'll talk about that when that comes. But hopefully that won't happen. So back to the story. That north column had a compartment in it. You can now investigate it. Mia, you can investigate the door down there. Yeah, the wall. I'll remove that guy. Oops. Viewers, they can't see. They see what you're seeing now. I can't. You're seeing GM mode. All right, so Buzak. In that column, you can pull out a compartment, and inside of it, it's like there's a cavity in there. Reaching down into it, you see a stone coffer.
Reach into it, feel something.
Mm-hmm.
Group to like come towards me.
Okay, I'll head over.
I just look over my shoulder at him and continue doing what I'm doing.
Taking out whatever's in there. Presenting it to the crew.
Please not a body, please not a body, please not a body, please not a body.
Now he pulls it out, and it's a stone coffer. It's got looks like a little lock on it, like where it would be locked. Does anyone want to check it?
There's a lock?
For traps or anything?
Oh, well, out of character, I could, but I'm too busy looking at the door here.
No, that's fine. Well,
Let me take a look at that thing then. Scroller decides to check it for traps.
Yeah, make a perception check.
So many tabs.
There's no traps, and it appears unlocked.
It's clear. And Scroll opens it.
Okay. Inside, you find 15 gemstones. You
Well, look at this.
gather they're worth about 10 gold pieces each.
Oh, sparkly.
Scroller slowly closes the lid and says, "Oh, there's nothing in there. Nothing at all."
Did over chicken. Does.
Roll insight, Buzak, to see if he's lying. And go ahead and make a deception roll, Scrawler.
Oh yes, I'm good at deception. I can do this. No.
He sees right through your BS.
You think you know someone. Even you do this to me.
And Mia, as this is going on, you push on the wall, And
Sorry, legs. Can you just say that again?
you push on the wall, and it kind of goes into itself, like a secret door.
Oh, look at that, a diversion.
Sorry, what was that?
There's a secret door
Okay.
that you
I'm
found.
gonna look around for any traps before I just head in, because I'm smart
Well,
like that.
quickly moves over to Maya to avoid any kind of repercussions.
Since you're-
Fail. Yeah.
We'll say since you're actually actively looking for traps, roll investigation. Natural 20.
Chance is rubbing off on her.
Yeah, there are no traps.
Sorry, there are?
There are not any traps.
Okay. Alright. I look over my shoulder and I say, "Hey! Listen!"
Oh no.
We got
Hey,
a door here.
listen.
Come here.
And the scroll is already there,
Yeah.
having tried to fool a dragon and failed.
I'm just gonna go to me, rabbit, and start heading down that way.
All right.
I'm gonna follow over. We're as a group going to the stones in the little box. Barely. Since I fell.
Now, an interesting thing also, Buzak, I believe you have an ability called Lay on Hands,
Yes.
which allows you to heal so many points per level.
Like right here while I just walked over.
Well, you can touch someone, and I think you can touch yourself. And
I'm a child. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's not a special ability. You can do that any time. Oh, no.
I'm just saying, in case you need it later.
So like abilities, I could use them?
You need to open your sheet and see. Alright, so Lay on Hands. You can heal wounds. You have a healing pool. It is a total number equal to your... Sorry, the pool you can restore. So you can do it 5... You can heal 5 points total, currently. As an action. So you can do
One-
1
one
point.
per action?
Yeah, you can do like 1 point or all 5 or 3.
And if I do all 5, am I able to use it again later? Like, can I keep doing 5 healing?
It recharges, I believe, when you rest. I'm going to see if it's a long or short rest.
Okay. Rest.
So, do you guys want to continue on to the secret door?
Yes?
Let's go through
Yes. Go.
Alright. I'm walking ahead. Let the child go first.
Child endangerment.
Scroll is right behind them.
it. I'm gonna cover the rear this time.
The door here, it will give... Just give me a second while I move it.
Oh yeah.
I need like 4 monitors, I swear. Alright, here you go.
Alright. Sneaky sneak.
Thanks for joining us, Level 1 Geek.
Because I can see 60 feet ahead, can I just move ahead so I can see what's there?
Yeah, you can move. You're out of combat, so I can let you guys just move however you want.
Is the end of the hallway?
Oh, You come across a door.
Yeah, checking for traps.
Yeah, perception
Perception.
or investigation, whichever one. One crit wonder, that would be amazing. Please send that to me. All right. There are no traps. Let me go ahead and...
Slowly open the door.
Yeah, I gotta get it. Hold on. Oh no. Door opens.
Okay. I just stick my head and peek from side to side.
Okay, in this room, just a collapsed room. Oh,
Just a collapsed room, eh?
nothing in here. Let me double check. Yeah, there are like actual cracks in the floor. Looks like it could have been an earthquake. I don't know.
Okay. All right, head back other way.
Okay.
So. Oh no! Go ahead. Go ahead.
There's here in Maya. I'm gonna just keep on. Enough to lead in the charge.
So I think while everybody's doing that, like, Eustace is going to be like, ha, 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 and he's going to, like, catch up to Mia, and she's going to go, nope, nothing here, and turn around, and I'm going to go, oh, what? Ah, and everybody kind of goes running back the other way, and I'm like,
I love it. Buzak, make an investigation roll or perception.
Come on. Investigation. Should have gone with first step.
You're at a wall.
You go with whatever's higher, usually.
Okay.
You just come to a wall.
Our way.
Let me check that.
The way. Help.
It can be a hidden door if there was nothing behind here.
Oh,
Oh, I got a bad one too.
just a wall.
Yep, just a wall.
Let me check that.
And I shoot him a look for using her voice. For using my voice.
Guys, it's just a wall.
Okay, I kick the wall because I'm mad, and I head back.
Scroll shrugs. He's having a bad day.
So Eustace finally catches up to you guys. You guys all start turning around and like, okay. And
The wall.
Eustace will make himself as small as he can against the wall to let everybody go by.
Don't metagame.
Oh.
Are you investigating this room again, Mia?
Yeah.
Make another perception check.
Damn, I'm just not doing well perception checks.
If everyone in the room wants to see if they can find anything else in this temple.
So I'm going to look at Buzak, and I'm going to say,
Can you watch out for me for a second? I just need a minute.
Alright, because Buzek's still pretty shaken up from the last fight. So he's gonna stand, watch back for a sec.
so Buzak's going to look, or Eustace is going to look at you, and then his eyes are going to go white, and he's just going to go like slack-jawed and like slump a little bit. And I'm going to move my perception into Raisin,
Okay.
and I'm going to use his ears to hear if I hear anything in particular, like wind or any kind of rustling or anything, like wind coming out of a crack that might indicate where another room might be or something of that nature.
Where he's at currently, no.
Okay, then I will hop around as Raisin a little bit, and I'll kind of move up towards where Scrawler is, and then I'll stop and, put an ear up and give another.
Okay. Scrawler is. Oops. Like there?
Yeah, just generally in that area.
Okay.
Just kind of walk
down
hopping.
to pet Raisin. Raisin!
Roll a perception check for Raisin.
Okay, and I believe that I get this with advantage if it relies on hearing or sight.
Yes.
That was the first one.
Mhm.
Let's go for the second one.
Much better.
Oh,
You hear some wind in this corner and down here.
Okay, so Raisin kind of stops and like perks up for a minute, and then he looks up and he taps Scrawler on the thigh with his horn.
Hello, buddy. Raisin! Scroller kind of looks down and follows the rabbit.
Yeah, he's gonna hop a couple squares and then look back, and hop a couple
Right
squares
behind you.
and look back, and then Raisin's eyes, which are currently kind of a smoky purplish color, go back to black again, and then he kind of hops out of.
Okay.
Scroller kind of looks at the wall, then at the rabbit, then at the wall again,
Mhm.
and then kind of slowly dawns on him what he's gonna do. So I'm gonna do a perception check on this wall and see if there's anything there.
Roll it with advantage because he Raisin pointed it out to you.
Okay.
You can just toggle that to advantage.
Yeah, that's what
I'm just rubbing my chin, staring at Eustace's oldness.
Okay. 22 natural crit. Yes, you push on the wall, and it moves, slides into its into the wall. And I'll move that for you.
Scroll makes a loud squawk of surprise.
Yeah, and Buzak, you would see Eustace's eyes kind of, come back with what little life he has left in him. And he kind of looks at you and he goes,
I think they found something. After you.
I'm gonna walk past them, walk in here, see can do it. Up to.
Okay. Does anyone go in?
Scroller decides to lead the way.
Up to say,
Going
All right. Well, as you enter, it's difficult terrain here. You can see that the walls have kind of crumbled in. There's a lot of rubble and rocks on the ground. But as you enter this area, I'm going to need for everyone to roll initiative as another jelly moves through. It sees you and starts heading your way.
oh, you can ignore that second one. I forgot you want Raisin to go on.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so Mia is on 4. Eustace is on 13. Scrawler's on 6. And Busak's on 12. Are we doing okay? Do we need a break soon, or do you want to keep maybe after this combat? How you guys feeling?
Combat.
I'm happy to keep going.
Okay.
Everyone else is.
Yeah, I'm good to go. Either way.
All right. Ooh.
Oh god. I'm in the firing line.
All right. The pseudo or the ochre jelly comes forward and attacks Scrawler. Kind of its body just whipping at you like a whip or like a pseudopod. Does 9 hit your AC?
No.
That misses. And now it's Eustace's turn and Raisin.
Eustace is gonna go. Everybody, hold your breath. And he's going to hold his hand out and go and like breathe onto this gross, like pale green powder in his hand, and it spreads down past them and creates a poisonous mist in the direction of the jelly.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
DC of, I think my save is 14.
Okay.
That didn't come over either, but if I recall correctly, let me check D&D down.
I'll go ahead and make the roll. Ooh. I rolled 18.
Okay, so he takes no damage then.
Okay.
Or it takes no damage.
All right. Eustace. Buzak.
Isn't Bunny?
Oh, sorry, the bunny. Yes. Raisin. Is Raisin doing anything?
Yeah, he cowers.
Okay.
He's gonna run over there.
Going to take page out of Eustace's book.
Oh no. I don't know what you're
Oh,
gonna do.
no.
Man.
By the way.
Wait a second. It's the cone.
Yeah.
It could hit me and yeah.
Yep.
Actually going to boom on the hands on me to get me up a little bit.
Okay. How many points you spend? We can do up to 5.
Actually, wait a second. I take back that action. I'm thinking here. I don't know if I want to use an ability and get him out to us, but to attack it right now, would I be able to since they're in front of me?
I don't think it's as big as you are. I would say if one of them were in there, not both of them, you probably could. You can throw a javelin at it.
Axe and a mace.
Oh, that's right. You didn't take javelin.
Trying to think of what I can do here. Can hit.
You sent a map on.
Oh yeah, I see it. Guys, I'm not looking at the chat, so let me get that fixed. I would just say it takes a few points to heal yourself, and let them.
I'm gonna go with that, but I'm also gonna move out the way.
They're probably going to back out of that hallway.
Stay there. No. 3 points, get me up to 10 again.
Okay.
Great. I'll do.
Are you stepping out of the way so they can get out?
Yeah, I'm gonna step out of the way to here.
Okay.
Just 2 points. Points left, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right. That was Busak. Next
Or-
is Scrawler.
Scroller, seeing that they're kind of in a cramped room and that it's just, as far as he's concerned, just him and Mia. He makes a hasty retreat. This is not a good fight to take. And just runs away. That's
Okay.
how far I can go.
Just as you know, as a reaction, it can make an attack of opportunity on you.
Ah.
If you leave its 5 foot range.
Is it possible to say jump over it and get behind it? Say if I were to make
Acrobatics.
yes.
I'll allow that.
Okay.
Oh, you can also take disengage as an action, and then run.
Nah, acrobatics is more fun.
All right.
Alright, so I'll make the roll. Oh, Squall is having a bad day. He's just not feeling it.
Say that you've made the jump, and at this point you really wish that you had that flight that your Kenku ancestors once had.
Yeah.
I would say you fall. You don't take any damage. I would say you're probably prone. Is that fair? It just takes half movement when you get up.
Okay. Do you have any other actions, or is that it? Or
That would be your action
okay.
to get over there. Mia.
Where is the what is the slide? Like, what direction is it looking at?
You really can't tell. It has no eyes.
Yeah. Oops. Click on that.
Now, as a rogue, I will say that it is engaged with Stroller.
Okay.
So if you do move up and attack, or if you just use your range attack, you would get sneak attack damage.
Okay, that's what I was basically looking for. All right, so I use my dagger and stab it.
Okay. So you step forward and you stab it.
Okay, and I just will dagger, right?
Yes. You hit, but you do an extra 1d6 to that 4.
Ugh.
So 6 damage. All right, that was your turn. Now it is its turn. It's going to see the little kid that ran up to it and make an attack.
Do I have a 5-foot dodge reaction with my class?
Let's see.
I remember reading that somewhere.
You only have sneak attack, expertise, and thieves' cant at this level.
Okay. I knew where I saw that. Alright, so what attack is 19. I only have 13 armor class.
Okay. So it does 9 bludgeoning damage plus 4 acid damage, so 13 total.
Alright, that knocks me out.
Alright.
So what do I do? I just put 0 hit points, damage 13?
Yes. Well, you go down to 0.
Okay.
Eustace, you see the little elf child go down.
No! And I'm gonna run in there and grab her and pull her out of the hallway,
Okay.
which would give, if it gives an opportunity attack, it's on her. But as soon as I get her out of the hallway, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay. I'll say you're able to pull her out of the hall just fine.
Okay.
How far back do you pull her?
Like one more square each to the.
So here?
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
And then I need to roll a d8.
Roll an 8, roll an 8. Ah!
So you get that plus 4. So you get 7 hit points back.
Okay, how do I,
Put in 7 in D&D Beyond, hit heal.
So as I'm pulling her backwards, I like stand her up and put my hand against her back, and like this radiant green energy glows, and I go, "Fight's not over, kiddo."
Alright.
thanks, mister. And I look kind of down on myself.
DM, was when I cast Goodberry, was that going to be considered a spell slot, or was that out of combat?
That was out of combat.
Okay.
Alright, and that was your turn?
Yeah, that because that's a Cure Wounds is an action.
Okay. Is Raisin doing anything?
No, he is still cowering.
Okay.
Actually, he'll come over and he will nuzzle Mia's leg, and then go back.
Okay.
Scritch, 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 scritch.
Alright, Buzak.
I'm gonna walk into this hallway.
Okay, and you walk up to the jelly, and what are you doing?
I got fancy, but this time I'm just gonna bludgeon it with a mace again.
Alright, make your attack roll.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright.
Seeing as if to see if I hit, and then the 7's the damage.
Right.
Come on, you little sucker.
Alright. Next is Scrawler's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna get up.
Alright.
One. And having learned that slashing the jellies is a bad idea, Scrawler's going to use his monk skills that he's learned that he's honed for many years to punch the jelly.
Okay. Make your unarmed attack. Your martial arts. That does hit. That's 4 damage. And Mia.
Ciao!
You are back up. Let me remove that status from you. What are you doing?
I tell Buzak to duck,
Okay.
and I draw my bow and arrow, like pull an arrow out of the quiver and fire it at the
Okay,
slide.
that's fine. It's large enough where you can hit it over Buzak. It's crawling over rubble and stuff.
9 damage.
Nice.
Hey, you hit. All right, and its turn.
Looks them up.
It has options. Odd or even Nathan.
Even.
It's going to attack Buzak.
Hey! Sorry,
Ooh.
Yeah. So that one
no.
doesn't hit, right?
15 does not hit. That is correct. But you tell me, your AC is 18, right?
18.
Okay. And now it is Eustace's turn.
Let's see here. I'm going to do a little bit more of the same. I'm going to say, I'm going to step out in front of Mia and go, hold your breath, kiddo.
All right.
And I'm going to go, you too, big guy. And then I am going to
I do one of these.
poison spray again. It needs to roll a
Con. Yeah.
con for DC 14.
Oh.
Oh!
It's twice.
Yeah.
And the same roll twice, too. Got 18 last time.
Sorry.
Yeah, that whole hallway just smells awful.
Buzak.
And then I'm going to step out of the way.
I'm gonna go with old reliable. My mace.
All right, that hits and 6 damage. It's looking really bad.
Come on, chicken, take us home.
And Scrawler.
Scroller's just gonna have to open pray and take another swing at the jelly, even though the feel of it as his punches strike it. It's just gross, man.
That hits.
Nice.
And you take it out. How does it look? You do it.
Scroller just kind of stares at his hand as the jelly dissolves from it.
You see, chicken, we won. We have won the day.
He's still describing it. Or are you done?
Scroller just kind of goes,
Alright,
and wipes it on his habit.
I'm
As
gonna see if
the
there's any, if I can retrieve my arrow.
Sure, I'll allow it. It's got some gook on it, but
Yeah, that's okay.
as Scrawler's looking at his fist, like covered in the disgusting jelly and it's dripping off, I go, oh, hang on, hold that up. And I pull a vial out from my herbalist kit.
Mhm.
I'm like, easy, and I collect some of whatever death funk is left out of this thing,
all right.
and then I cork it and put it back into my pack. I go, just for later.
I just look at you with a disgusted face, like, ugh.
Squirrel kind of ruffles his feathers and just shakes his head.
I wipe my mace on my shield, you know?
All right. Do you guys continue up the hallway?
Yes.
After that,
Okay.
Disgusting smell.
Yeah, that whole hallway is foul now.
Just gonna follow all the way up the hallway.
Getting a little tight in here.
I'm gonna stay here.
You're getting a sense as you're moving around this hallway that it's probably wrapping around the back of the temple room that you're in.
Are we going like up or down or same elevation?
Same elevation. You haven't gone down any stairs or tunnels.
Myself now, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna even skip ahead of Scrawley.
You come to a wall.
Perception or something?
Yeah. It's a wall.
Nothing here. Nothing here. Not doing this again.
Squirrel is better than to try. Just wanders back.
Oh no!
I'm just looking along the walls. I'm just feeling all the walls to see if I can maybe find something.
I pick up Raisin and start walking back and go, I know the drill.
Get out of the hallway.
What else?
Do you see anything?
I don't know. Nope.
Squirrel is going to make a perception check for good measure.
Okay.
He's having a bad day, but he's going to try.
Whoa!
As you're searching around, you actually see a faint hint of there's a little bit of green light and some light coming through a crack to your left.
Right.
Do you press the wall?
Right.
Press against the wall. Does it give?
Yes, it gives
Hey!
to another hallway. Do you enter it?
Check for traps.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
You
Now.
see no traps.
It's clear, guys. Let's move.
We need to lead this time? Yes.
I kind of stand in the beginning of the hallway and let him go first.
Sure.
After you.
Yeah, I just press myself against the wall. It's like his belly goes by. I'm like, and I let him walk around.
So this hallway is about 40, 50 feet long. Well, that's not right. About 25 feet, sorry. It ends in some rubble. You do pass a door on your lefts and rights. The rubble itself, you're seeing some green light shine through.
I'm gonna like lean over to get a better look at the rubble, but not quite step over it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's almost like a cave. It's a cave in, basically. Roll perception, though. A lot of the rocks and rubble are loose, and you figure it would take some time, but you could move all the boulders out of the way if you wanted to.
And I look up at Buzak.
Oh, because we have options right now.
Mhm.
have options A and B. I point to each door. My way around rocks, and I think I can move these.
Are the rocks like really like jam packed together, or is there like space for, say, I don't know, a rabbit to squeeze through and get out whatever's glowing?
And Eustace just goes, like turns real slow and looks at the scrawler.
Raisin!
And I,
Points at the boulder pile.
and I go,
Yeah, I mean, we can probably do that, but somebody's gonna have to look out for me.
Is anyone checking the doors to see what's?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if any of them are locked.
You push on the stone doors. They seem to move. They're not locked.
I look a little disappointed.
I will go ahead and clear those for you. Maybe. Why won't you let me
Well,
select
whatever
them?
you guys want to do. You want to clear some rocks, or do we look in the room?
Let's
I'm
check
gonna
the
move you.
doors
I'm
first.
gonna move you guys away for a second. So maybe you guys are in the way. It's not letting me do it. Hold on. No.
You know the doors aren't hiding anything good if the GM can't move them.
You know what? Just for sake of whatever, I'll tell you what's in there. No, I can't select anybody. I must be having lag with Roll20. All right. So if you check the north door, you see 3 stone bed frames standing against the east wall.
How's the room? Is it like,
Looks like a bedchamber.
another like lean in, room, but just get like a little vibe of it. Now, you want me to do another perception for it?
No, you can check the other room too if you wanted. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the south door.
All right, so I'm gonna refresh my Roll20 because I can't select anybody. The south room is there an empty stone font that juts out of the southwest wall. There is a stone wardrobe against the east wall, and that's all that's in this room.
These must be living quarters. Long time ago.
Scroller goes into the south room and searches the wardrobe.
All right.
Just make a roll for that, or
No, I mean it opens. Inside, you see what look like vestments. They are remains of 2 suits of red leather armor. They are now rotted and ruined and worthless.
3.
Does anyone have religion?
Nope.
Yes.
Two.
All right, those who are proficient in religion, go ahead and make a roll for me. I'll see you guys move through and look. All right, you both recognize these vestments as would be worn by priests of Abathor. And Abathor.
Called Abathorians.
Bring up a new tab. All right, Abathor. Is the dwarven god of trickery or greed. I'm assuming. Hold on. Abathor. Yeah, it's actually greed. The symbol you see on it's like a jewel dagger pointed down. So you're
On the armor?
On the armor, yes.
Okay, I would say those vestments are the dwarven god of greed. I don't know if I'd want to keep him if I were you.
Our dwarven friends here have strong investment in this dig.
Also, one of the in the corner is a skeleton of a dwarf.
Strong investment indeed. I'm a little bit sketched out though. I look at the vestment.
Scrawler goes over to the remains of the dwarf and sees if anything is left that could be useful.
Okay, make a perception check. Actually, you know I don't, because you can take time. You can find it. Well, that's good too. Around the skeleton's neck hangs a symbol of Abathor, the tiny jewel dagger with the silver chain. It has runes on it.
Ooh.
Well,
Well, I'm going to pick up that necklace.
Okay. What do you do with it?
Put it on so I don't have to carry it in my hand.
All right. You guys watch as Scroller puts it around his neck.
but definitely like, you know, I have my hand on my mace ready.
Okay.
Gawk.
And as he walks by, if you're nearby, you can see that they are dwarven runes.
Okay, that are on the necklace?
Yes. It's the inscription. As he walks through, it kind of the symbol turns enough where you can see it.
And what does the inscription say? I say,
Hey, chicken. Come here, chicken.
Scroller just lets out a really sad sigh.
And I go, wait, that not his name? If that guy's been calling him chicken all day.
Correct.
Okay, come here, chicken.
Scroller does not move. He refuses.
I want
Shakes his head.
I think I can read what's on the on your sporkly there.
His eyes are weak.
Scroller kind of just makes like this gruntle noise and wanders over from the smoke of the necklace.
Okay.
okay. And Eustace will pull out a pair of like little glasses that are like just covered in grease and dirt and stuff. And
Okay, let's see here. What do we got?
and I want to read the runes.
Sure. It translates to greed is good.
So I'll say,
Yeah, it says greed is good. Oh, there you go.
Greed is good.
Now I'm convinced the dwarven feller's descendants in here.
right now, the only thing left here to do is to remove the rubble if you like.
All right, the rocks.
I'm just gonna
Shall
look around both to see if I can find anything else. Just because I'm curious.
Okay.
I, or are we going to have the rabbit do it?
I mean, you don't have to dig around to make holes, but I mean, for all of you to go through to see what this green glowing thing is, you'll have to work together and move the majority of it.
I'm just gonna do checks on both rooms, and then I'll help.
Sure. You find nothing else of interest?
Okay. Ooh!
Check it. Starts to move some of
Nice.
the rubble.
You go in to look, and no, I mean, as great your perception was, I mean, you don't see anything of value.
Okay. So I'll help move the rocks.
Okay. It takes you, and if anyone doesn't want to move it and will take a rest, I mean, you could do a short rest now if you wanted to, while working, taking breaks, working, taking breaks.
And now, would that bump us up in some health points?
Yeah, you'd roll your hit die if you wanted to. So you would roll your 1d10 or 1d8, and it'll add to your health. If you want, you can do it after. It's up to you guys.
Well, I only have 1 hit point left, so I guess I'll just put my thing up to 8.
Okay.
Because the least I can roll is a 1, and that's all I need is a 1.
You're down to 1 hit point?
No, I was down to 7.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So,
How long is our short break? Is it like at least 10 or 11 minutes?
yes.
Okay. So while they are taking care of themselves and resting, I'm going to go to the edge of the doorway here, and I'm going to pull out like some bone and some twine and some leaves and a little bit of white ash, and I'm casting alarm as a ritual.
Okay.
So I go,
Now, just so you guys know, the first person that goes down that way is going to set off an alarm. So if anybody comes in behind us, we'll know.
Scroller slowly yells out, "Alarm! Alarm!" and then nods.
Since I goofed
Yes.
on this, I need to move you guys over manually. So
I'll just move over.
Are all you entering this next room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want me to do that hit roll for the rest?
Yes, please. So you'll add 7 to your hit points. Okay, so you guys enter, or you all enter this room. An alcove in the south wall holds the rubble. There's a bunch of rubble over there. And then to the north of it, there is a dwarven statue with horns. It stares greedily at a glowing green gem in its hands.
I give the statue a skeptical look.
Approach it cautiously, but I'm waving over Eustace as our resident dwarven translator.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look here.
Perceptioners.
Mm-hmm. And is anyone checking the rubble in the south?
Yep. Always gotta check everything out.
Damn. Alan.
Dang. All right.
Finally, I'm smart.
I will start with Mia. The rubble that you see is... You start going through the rubble and picking up pieces, and you're seeing like a hand, or you're seeing part of a face. You ascertain that this was actually a statue. You see a horn.
Uh-oh. And I look over my shoulder at the other one, and I look at this one.
They're similar.
Yeah. This used to be a statue. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
No gem.
Oh, I'm not looking for a gem. Just looking.
And actually, you know what? Underneath, you find a skeletal arm and some more bones in different places, scattered about under the rubble.
Okay. And the dead body.
Buzak. This gym looks pretty.
Yes, it does.
Greed is good.
Oh, great. Good? I'm getting transfixed by it.
Hey! Don't do anything stupid.
Scroll it.
Says the
Stop.
rogue. Don't do anything stupid, says the rogue.
Scroll is thinking. Check for traps.
I'm gonna give the statue like an up-down.
Scroll is blinded by the gem.
That's very pretty.
Is there any dwarven writing on the statue? Or any writing at all?
On the walls, yes. It says there's a lot of mentions of Abathor, and this is the Hall of Greed.
All right, gang. It says this is the Hall of Greed. And
Greed is good.
greed is good. But I figure if anybody's going to touch that thing, it ought to be whoever's wearing that necklace.
Greed is good.
You go hand in hand, old man.
I can tell you with full confidence that I have no idea.
Oh man, I love them.
Scroller looks at the gem. And then Buzak. You want it?
Actually, borrow your necklace.
I pick Raisin up and put him on my shoulder, just in case we have to run.
I'll go with you.
Who's moving?
Well,
I'm asking who is where. Is what I'm asking. Sorry.
I'm back here. I'm not going anywhere near that thing.
I asked Scrawler to borrow his necklace, and I think he said no.
No.
Fine, go on, but greed isn't good. No, you for these few hours.
Scroller takes out his sickle and very carefully dislodges the gem with the sickle like a hook.
You sure?
I'm cringing
Are you
the whole
sure
time.
you want to do that?
Greed is good.
Can as he starts to do that, you just like take a step back.
Who's taking this step back?
Eustace.
Can I-
Yeah,
Which
just like
which
one step
direction?
back.
Can I ready in action the second Scroller dislodges the gem that he also takes a step back?
No.
Oh,
Like, do the same as Eustace, but with his shield ready.
Okay. Throw me under the bus, guys. Okay, okay.
Yeah, you turn
Okay.
around. We're like, yeah, you got it, buddy. You got it. And I'm like hiding behind Buzak. Like,
Okay, I guess Scroll just dislodges the gem with the sickle.
Okay. I need for
Should we
as
take our
the
break?
gem goes, as the gem comes free, I need Scrawler, Buzak, and Eustace to make dexterity saving throws. Oh no!
I'll shoot for it. I have 5. And it's still bad.
What do I press for that?
Where's? I
Just
see-
my dexterity roll?
Yes.
There's like a saving throws box.
Yeah, saving throw.
Just below, like to the left of armor class and down a bit. There's like all the studio stats and you should have like 2
Okay.
tick boxes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
That was raw.
Buzak. Actually, as the gem becomes free, the statue explodes, and Buzak, you made the saving throw, so you're taking 11 damage.
wow.
Wow. I can't wait to just hit the deck.
Out again.
So sorry. Scrawler and Eustace, you're taking the full brunt of 22 damage.
That's a straight up death. That's double my health.
My God.
If you're using that rule, that is also double my health.
You know what? This is a beginner game. I won't use that rule.
Eustace has
Because I love
ceased to
Eustace. I love Eustace. I don't want him to die. I will say you're all unconscious.
Oh. With a 10-year-old.
50-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
50. She's the oldest of all of us.
Told you not to do anything stupid.
Yeah. So, Mia,
Yeah.
what happens to familiars if they still exist, right? They don't go away until they take damage, right?
Oh, I think they do go away when I disappear. Let me research that real quick.
Wait, did we just team wipe?
No, you're unconscious.
So what did you ask me? I missed that because I was lagging.
You are possibly alone. I mean, your 3 companions are down.
All right. I look at the bunny. I'm like, can you poop any berries? Can you do that?
It just stares at you with blank eyes.
Yes. All right. I start rummaging through everybody's pockets to see.
At this point, you may want to check with the dwarves in the front, and I'll just say you take, unless you want to do medicine checks to stabilize them.
Oh, let's do that. 7. I knew 3 of them.
Yeah. So pick who they were for.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my god. You're making it worse!
I'll go with Eustace, Birdbrain, and Buzak.
Greed is good.
Oh, God.
Buzak, you are stabilized. You're still at 0 hit points, but you don't have to make any saves. Mia, if you hurry to the dwarves, you can get back in time before your party perishes.
Okay.
I'll just say you go. They come back inside, and they give Eustace and Scrawler their only healing potions. So that's 40.
Oh. By the way, when Mia goes running out that door, it goes reap, reap, reap,
Oh, yeah.
reap, reap.
So Eustace and Scrawler roll 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, nice.
Well, you get 7 hit points back, and you get 4, Scrawler.
It plus 2, you said?
Yes. Oh, yeah, plus 2.
Alright, it's a 6.
The dwarves, before they move you ahead, they say, hey, why don't we take a long rest outside, shall we? And tell us all about your story and what was in here.
Alright, while the others rest, I'm just going to tell the dwarves that these guys were idiots.
I'm going to move you back to this room.
What about the gem?
Oh, you looked for the gem? I'll tell you what happened to the gem. The gem's not there.
Oh.
It was a trick.
With his burnt clothes and his...
Actually, just as the statue explodes, you notice the gem turn to dust. Right before the explosion.
Scroll just kind of sits there looking really sorry for himself.
How much HP does a long rest give us?
You go to full health.
Oh, okay.
I'm already at full hit points, so I just sit and I play my flute while they're resting.
Okay.
Are we doing a long rest now?
If you want.
I mean, I'll just do a short rest and I'll be 3 off.
Well, you have 1 hit die. Did you already use it?
No.
Okay, that's
one of
fine.
you hasn't used it.
That's fine.
Right. So my hit die is 1d8. Hey, 5. I'm back to 4. Yay.
And you guys were actually probably out here taking a rest. The dwarves.
So we come out covered in like soot and like ichor, from the jellies, and I'm like, I swear it was like that when we found it.
Great, it's good. Then Roller takes off the necklace and throws it.
It is not good. Not for any of us. And I kind of like look at the dwarves suspicious.
Buzak, you get your points back for lay on hands, and then you get your spell slots back. Use this.
Awesome.
All right. So I'm trying to look at the time. It's 9:30, so I'm going to cut this part a little shorter, and we'll head back to town. So the dwarves give you the sitting stones to keep as your payment for clearing out the ogres. You head back to Phandalin.
Friendship.
I'd say Eustace is like, well, guys, it's been fun, but that might be too much adventuring for me.
You might see me around town, but I think I prefer the woods.
Me too, Mr. Graybush.
Must admit, I fully expected you to die upon arrival.
I did! I did die! It was awful!
But you cleaned up well.
Oh, I think it. And I kind of give you a pat on the shoulder. And I go, well, I think it's about time I take my leave.
All right, and
and
take Raisin off my shoulder and give him back to you. And I'm kind of sad about that.
you know what? Why don't you keep him around for a while? That way I can keep my eye on you and see how it's going.
Oh.
Raisin.
Awesome.
Has a new pet. That's awesome.
All right, so you guys say your farewells to Eustace, returning to Phandalin.
And I walk up to the woods and I go, as they're like out of earshot, I'm like,
Oh, wait, they didn't pay me!
damn it! Just keep walking into the woods.
All right, the rest of you return to Phandalin to collect your payments. Let me fix the map here. You return to Townmaster's Hall. Actually, Mia, since you live in Phandalin, you know where his house is next door.
Okay.
You haven't seen Harbin Wester, the Townmaster, for a few days, so he's not in the hall.
Okay.
Do you try his home?
Okay.
I'm asking, do you try his home?
Yes.
Okay.
Which one is his home? I can't remember.
Hold on, I'm looking at something real quick.
Blue one in the middle is the tavern.
It's probably this one. If not, I'll correct it later. I'm just trying to find the... Oh, here it is. Alright, so you're at his house.
All right.
What do you do?
I knock first, and then I open the door, I guess.
Door's locked.
Okay, I'm gonna try to pick that lock.
You actually hear a voice.
Oh, okay.
If you're a dragon, know that I'm far too thin and bony to make a good meal. Through the other side of the door.
Hello?
It's Harbin. You recognize his voice.
Oh, okay. Mr. Harbin? It's
Yeah.
Mia.
Oh, what do you want?
We just finished a quest and we want some money.
Oh,
Bling, 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 bling.
please slide the parchment under my door.
I look back at, do I have it? Or do I have to get that from?
Somebody has it.
Alright.
You guys didn't leave him with Eustace, did you?
Scroller, I think, was the last person to have it. So, Scroller takes out the pack of 3, notices the 2 ones it didn't take, maybe a bit burnt up. He kind of just hands it over to Mia.
Okay, and I slide her under the door for her.
Okay. You hear him pick it up and go. He's like grunting to himself. I see. And the dwarves are okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. I owe you 50 gold pieces. You hear a jingle jangle on the other side of the door of a coin purse. Then you hear some scuffling towards the bottom of the door. And you hear a scrape on wood. And you see a coin come out through the crack.
Okay.
Do you take it?
Yep.
He's like, there's one. And then another plop and scrape as he slides a second coin underneath. And he does this for every coin until he pays you the 50.
Are you okay, mister?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Love it.
Is that my?
All right, and that's where we'll end tonight's adventure. I am going to help you guys level up your characters real quick because you do level to 2.
Where are we right now?
Actually, you can do it in D&D Beyond. You're in level 1. Or you're level
Okay.
1. Campaigns. So go ahead and roll your hit die, and I'll let you re-roll ones.
Okay.
Hey, sticks.
And then add your con modifier.
0.
And you'll get to add that
So-
for your next level max hit points.
Hell yeah.
Wait, what's my my what fire?
Con.
Constitution?
Yes, that'll fix your hit points in D&D Beyond.
Is 0, so
Okay.
So I add 4 to my hit points.
Just mark it down because I have to change something in D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Just so you remember.
So-
Buzak, for level 2, you get a fighting style.
Huh?
You can take defense fighting style, and that gives you, while you're wearing armor, you get +1 to your AC. There's dueling. When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and other weapons, you get +2 to your damage rolls with your weapon. There's great weapon fighting, which if you roll a 1 or 2 on damage rolls, you get to re-roll those. And yeah, and then protection.
defense.
Protection is when you see a creature attack another target other than you within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll, but you have to be wearing a shield or wielding a shield.
So with defense.
Okay. I'm just going to save that part and
Right, so I'm not editing any of this. You are, right?
yeah, I'm doing it now. And I want to thank Dr. Galactic for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that was.
That's an awesome character.
That was
Yeah.
a lot of fun, you guys. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Loved Eustace.
No,
And if you
keep
want-
breezing.
To plug your show again while I'm doing this, you're welcome to.
Oh, yeah, thank you. So we are the RP Geeks. We play every Tuesday at 7:30 Central Time. You can find us on Twitter at the RP Geeks, and same with Twitch. It's the RP Geeks. We stream a D&D live show every Tuesday evening. So come and hang out, and you get to see cool faces like these guys who pop in every once in a while. And thanks for having me, guys. It was a lot of fun. And we've got some more of the cast of the RP Geeks, I believe, to feature in some upcoming videos of dudes as well. So stay tuned for that, guys.
Yay.
All right, and Mia, you get cunning action. That's where you can spend your bonus action to dash, hide, disengage, and then now Scroller, you get key points and unarmored movement. And you guys want to look at that in your sheets? You can take a look at that.
Rob.
Yes.
My con modifier is +1, so it's 7 extra hit points, not 6.
Okay. All right. And I do want to thank our sponsor, Roll20, for letting us use all the cool tools in Roll20. And I hope you guys out there had a great time tonight. I had fun.
Oh, it was awesome.
Sorry for
Yeah.
the deaths.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's good to know I would have been dead were it not for Eustace.
Oh, yeah.
And
At least we all bit the dust at least once.
This is true.
all right. Well, that's all we have for the show tonight. Hope you guys had fun. We'll probably do a raid. If anyone in chat knows any games going on right now, I will go ahead and set that up. If
Awesome.
not,
Thanks again, guys. This is a great
thank you.
time. Appreciate it.
Yay.
All right.
Thanks so much.